Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque and welcome back to the Vampire Amazon Challenge in The Sims 4. We are following the reign of Queen Darling Cloudysnarl, who has recently begun getting close to her court ladies. But all the socializing has made everyone quite parched, and the vampires are out to hunt. The acolytes continue to roam the castle, giving themselves freely to their vampire overlords, even as they black out and their mind churns with the horror of missing memories. At least they know they're in bliss. Well, the queen's just had her drink and the other ladies need to go hunting too. So let's get them to the different parts of the castle where we have our prey. Now, can we hunt someone who is like partially in the pool? I don't know. Yes, we can. That is wonderful. Okay, Akira, Lady Akira, let's come over here. Let's grab that acolyte, drink from her. The vampires are quite thirsty. We have gotten quite thirsty from all the chatting and all the socializing. So once more, we have decided to go over and visit the acolytes in their room. So I technically had to be like visiting them where they live, which is the room they've been given at the back of the castle, in order for us to find them. But, you know, it's okay. I don't mind too much. I mean, for the luxury of having 8 beautiful ladies to feed from, I think going through a loading screen is not that much issue for us. But Akira is going to feed. I wonder if this is going to be a bonding moment. You know, the queen just fed. She's feeding next to the queen. It's definitely something. So okay, now that she's got things under control, Miko, let's find someone for Miko. You know, the acolyte that I feel is always the wisest is the one who gets into the pool. Because it's not like they can say, I'm avoiding you, but at the same time, the vampires aren't going to enter the pool to drink from them. So it's almost like, you know, I'm bathing so that I am all nice and clean and delicious for the vampires, but, you know, secretly they know that the vampire's not going to touch them if they're in the pool. Quite smart. Okay, so we have a lady who's also doing the smart thing and running around outside, although it is like 7:49 p.m. So our vampires can chase you down. Give us a couple hours, we'll be able to chase you down. Miko, actually, where is Miko? Miko's over here. But yeah, you have a lady, you have an acolyte in this direction. Let's go ahead and grab her for a drink. Okay, we'll drink from this acolyte. Thankfully they didn't get like so thirsty that they, jeez, wouldn't be able to function. So that's good. Okay, Miko is now drinking. Billy, did we just have someone walk in? Billy. Well, we have one in the kitchen. We'll grab the one in the kitchen. Okay, compel for a deep drink. And I think so far, the only Sims who have actually been using the kitchen has been the acolytes, maybe. Because they've been leaving, like, cake lying around, so I think they're making cake and leaving cake. And actually, if I think about it, I was gonna say, at least we have them cooking as well, in a way. They function as cooks as such, which would be beneficial for our children. But then I realized that if our children are just eating cake, I don't know if that's healthy for them. Also, what is the queen doing outside? Is our queen? Like, it's nighttime, thankfully, so I'm not dying, but like, what is she doing outside? We have Billy's drinking. Guys, Billy's drinking and the queen is outside. Like, what's going on? Where is she going? What is she doing? I don't know. Oh, wait, who? I don't know. I was gonna say, I don't know who's out there. I don't know what she's doing. Queenie, what's going on? I don't know who this is. I don't know who this stranger is. I don't think we want to be talking to this stranger. Yeah, I don't. It's a beautiful, beautiful night. And you coming by the water over here, I can understand. It is stunning. But I don't know who this stranger is. I don't think you should be talking to strangers, personally. I don't think so. I think you should come back home, Queenie. And I don't think you want to bring this stranger with you. So I'm actually going to cancel this conversation. And we are going to go back home. Can we go back home? Can we? Oh wait, now, jeez, you're bringing Anaya out with you. Okay, no, Queenie, hopefully she goes back home. Anaya has not fed, actually. Anaya needs to go hunt. Anaya needs to go hunt before we get even more distracted. Okay, where can we find an acolyte? Aside from the one that's in the pool. Did she get out? Did one of our acolytes get out of the pool, potentially? Potentially. Maybe upstairs? Do we have an acolyte roaming around upstairs? Yes, we do. Okay, this was the one bathing. We're gonna go for this one. She was bathing. She's all ready for us right now. Okay, Anaya, no. I don't know who this stranger is, but we shall not talk to him. We are going to go hunting. And Queenie, since the stranger's no longer there, I'm actually okay for you to, you know, enjoy the water. You can do that. That's fine. Anaya, let's go ahead and hunt though. Is this acolyte coming down for her? No, she's gonna have to track this acolyte down. She's gonna have to track this acolyte down and drink from her. So that's the fear factor for these, you know, like acolytes, these beautiful human ladies, is that there is no set time and place or even ritual for the hunt. The hunt happens whenever and wherever the vampires wish and want. So in a lot of ways, over time they begin living in fear because they don't know when they're going to be. I think they live probably in a state, like a perpetual state of excitement and fear. Because it's like the excitement of being chosen, being touched by a vampire, and the fear of being drunk from as well that comes with it. Okay, well, Billy is now done. I'm thinking we might get into some whims and see how the stories of these ladies are progressing following some of the drama that happened in the last episode. We are picking up with Lady Anaya in the Queen's chambers. At first, I was a little bit frustrated at why she was in here because I did lock the Queen's chamber so that only she is allowed in, but I think there's something where if you kind of go to different lots, then unfortunately, or not even different lots, but if you go to a different place in a rental lot, if you go into someone else's residence per se, then it resets the locks you have on your rental unit, which is unfortunate. But instead, what I've done is assign everyone their beds. So as long as they're using the right beds, I'm not going to be too worried if they're coming and going in these different chambers. What we can say, obviously, is whenever someone comes into the Queen's chambers, maybe she is wanting to, like he or she is wanting to seek an audience with the Queen. And I'm assuming that's why Anaya was in here. She wanted to have a bit of a private audience with the Queen. The Queen came in, they exchanged some words, and she has now left. So I suppose she wanted to maybe greet the Queen or whatever was the case. But I will keep that in mind. For now, though, Lady Anaya actually wants to discuss color theory. Now, I am definitely getting quite the sense the more we play with her that Anaya is not someone who is that interested in like the politics of being in court. It seems to me that she doesn't have a problem talking with others and connecting with others as long as the discussion pertains to kind of the things that she's interested in, you know, artistic pursuits. But she's not really one for gossip or drama, and she has been kind of staying away from all of the stuff that's more or less been plaguing the other ladies. And I think that's the benefit of having a mining family that's funding the whole castle. You know, the castle's relying on you, so you don't really feel the need to kind of fight for your place. But she's going to discuss color theory with someone. So who does she have the most relationship with? She's got 17 with Miko, 21 with Queen Darling, 26 with Billy, and 34 with Akira. Okay, she wants to talk with Akira. And I feel like this is not the first time she has sought out Akira to have a conversation with. She did so in the last episode as well, and I think she wanted to talk to Akira about art. It was because she was sitting next to Akira when court started, obviously because they were the ladies not chosen as counselors, so they ended up sitting next to each other. But we're going to get her to find Akira, who's all the way up here. Okay. And you can discuss, hopefully, color theories with Akira. So let's see. That would be under hobbies, I think. Or interests. Yeah, interests. Let's discuss color theory. So you come all the way upstairs. Come on. Come on. Makes me so happy to see the ladies using the different parts of the castle. And I'm also going to have to go ahead and sell these paintings. I'm going to come through and sell these paintings at some point. I think she was the one who made them. Because definitely I think that we need to keep the easels clear so that they can paint whenever they want. I'm also thinking she hasn't had a whim yet for me to like paint anything. But whenever she gets the whim to paint something, I'm thinking those are going to be the opportunities we can use to kind of fulfill what she wants to achieve, which is document life in the first generation of the Vampire Queen's court. But, oh wait, hold on. Where is Akira? Where are you going? Akira's coming down. Let's talk about color theory, come on. Let's discuss color theory. Come downstairs. But I feel like this violin has almost become... Honey, are you okay? Was it because Akira was climbing the staircase? We're gonna try our best until we get this done. Come on, guys. Come on. Is she moving? Is she stuck? Like, what's going on? Okay, she's moving away from the violin. I hope the violin isn't cursed. But it seems as though it is very quickly becoming her personality. It seems to be what she enjoys doing the most. Oh my goodness. No. No. These two are just missing each other constantly. Like, what is going on with you two? This was not supposed to be this difficult, I promise. It was not. Is Akira coming down? Akira, you wait. You wait, Akira. Wait for Anaya to come upstairs so she can talk to you, please. Please. Thank you. She made it. They made it to each other eventually, guys. They made it to each other eventually. She was just hypnotized by that violin. She couldn't step away. But okay, she's gonna talk to Akira. And things seem to be going okay between the two of them. I suppose I can see why they might get along, because Anaya is always in her own world. Akira is a bit... Like, she tries with everyone, but she feels... Maybe... I don't think Akira has a problem with any of the other ladies. It's more so the queen. She feels very conscious of her relationship with the queen. But okay. They conversed. I'm going to assume that was done. I'm going to complete that one. And now we're jumping over to Lady Billy. So Lady Billy, who is currently taking a bath, she stirred up some drama last time because she was very seriously deciding she's going to be... Oh. If possible, she's going to be like a really good counselor. But also, she now has a bit of a rivalry going on with Miko. She thinks Miko's trying to get a claws into the queen because Miko's been very flirty, and she yelled at Miko. And Miko has decided that she's not going to be intimidated by Billy, so they do have a rivalry going on. And this is interesting that Akira is going from being a romantic sim to unflirty. The queen, I'm pretty sure in episode 2, had the opposite thing. She went from being unflirty to romantic. So okay, I can see that. I mean, she was having a little bit of difficulty. Maybe before she... Oh, jeez. Maybe before she moved into the castle, Akira was not that awkward when it came to, you know, other vampires. Maybe after moving into the castle, this whole experience with, like, surprisingly being incompatible with the queen has made her kind of rethink a lot of things. So okay, yeah, she's stressing out a bit, and then Billy wants to be mischievous with someone. We might go for some... I mean, the queen was being a little bit mischievous in the last episode with her, so we'll see who she has the closest relationship with. She's got 32 with Queen Darling, 10 with Miko, 28 with Akira, and 26 with Anaya. So Queen Darling, she's going to maybe return some of that closeness she has with Darling and stir up a bit of mischief over here. So we'll go with maybe deception. We'll invite to a fake party. The queen will probably be able to tell instantaneously. But Billy's getting quite comfortable. I feel like maybe Billy wasn't necessarily trying to chummy up to the queen before, but after her realization, so to speak, Oh no, they're missing each other again. Great. They're missing each other again. No, Queenie, don't go, don't go. She's trying to find you. She's trying to find you. She's not in her chamber. She's not in her chamber. Billy. Turn around, Billy. Billy, turn around. Please turn around. Billy. Billy. Really, Billy? Really? Seriously, turn around, honey. The queen is here. She's waiting by the stairs. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Anyways, I was saying, I think after Billy realizing in quotation marks, seeing in quotation marks, jeez, the camera's going up and down, Miko trying to, like, not manipulate the queen, but trying to weasel her way into the queen's good graces, Billy has realized that no. If she thinks she can get to the queen, oh, there we go. Speaking of Miko, yeah, Billy's like, I'm gonna show Miko what being close to the queen means. So she is doing what nobody else, I think, has had the guts to do with the queen just yet, which is be mischievous with her. I don't think anyone's had the guts to do this just yet, and I don't know why these like interactions and all these whims aren't registering, but she was mischievous, so I'm gonna complete that. And then Miko wants to hug someone. Yeah, Miko's witnessing all of this, and I kind of like the idea that Miko and Billy don't fight in front of the queen. They keep their rivalry under wraps because they want to obviously seem mature and have the queen's trust and not make the queen feel as though these two are unreliable because they keep fighting with one another. Let's see, she has the closest relationship with, I think, Akira, because Akira is the only one she's friendly with. She's got a 10 with Billy right now, a 28 with Queen Darling, a 43 with Akira, and a 17 with Anaya. So she's actually going to find Akira. I think she wants some comfort. She wants some comfort after witnessing that. So she's going to find, Akira, who's reading a book over here, and she's going to try and give Akira a hug. Although Akira did reject her hug beforehand, and that kind of hurt Miko's feelings a little bit. And then Akira tried to flirt with Miko and backtrack, saying that, oh no, I didn't mean it that way, I just kind of reacted. And Miko, she was not taking it too well. She was kind of walking around a little bit sullen because she was, I think, upset with Akira, and her being upset was, an entitled move because she is friends with Akira. She can act that way. So, oh, look at that! Okay, this time around, Akira did not turn away her hug, which was very nice to see. I am very glad that Akira accepted that hug. They're on the same page now. But you know what's fascinating? I think in the entire castle and in the entire coven, these are the first friends that we've seen. The first pair of friends. Like, nobody else has made friends with each other. Miko and Akira have been the first, and I kind of love that. I kind of really love that. So these two, and then let's see, Akira wants to share insecurities. There we go. They rely on each other a lot. Oh, hold on. Has Akira become friends with Anaya now? You know what? It's very fascinating to me that Akira is having like so many problems with trying to connect with the queen, and yet she is somehow collecting friendships with all the other ladies of the court, which is actually great for her. And in case we've forgotten, friendships are very important because friendships are basically what's going to keep you alive should you ever face judgment. So Akira is actually, playing the safe game. This is actually good. Even if she never ends up having a great relationship with the queen, if she is in a good position with all the other ladies of the court, even if the queen calls judgment, the worst that can happen is Akira will be exiled, but she won't be, killed, put to death. So, okay, let's see. She has a 28 with Billy, a 42 with Anaya, a 22 with the queen, and a 43 with Miko. Okay, she like by a smidge, by 1 point, she has more friendship with Miko, so she's gonna share her insecurities with Miko. I could kind of see Miko kind of becoming a bit of a confidant to Akira. I don't think Akira has actually shared her insecurities with like anyone other than Miko. I think Miko's been the only one that she has done this with. Did you share insecurities with her? I hope you did. Did you? I think she did. I hope she did. I'm gonna count that. I think she did. I will count that. Okay, so yeah, she's talking with Miko, and these two are bonding with each other, which is very nice and very cute. And finally, we have Queen Darling. So Queen Darling actually wants to kiss someone, guys. And what I've thought about for the whims is usually I try and give priority to whims that can be accomplished in the short term immediately. I don't particularly like whims that will make me do a whole lot of interactions and work to get it done, because then I feel like all the interactions I put in between, I'm kind of forcing a change in the relationship when the relationship wasn't going in that direction anyways. Like for example, if there's a flirt want, I can accomplish that because it's one interaction. If there's a woohoo want, unless the queen already has a romantic relationship with someone, I have to force a whole lot of romantic interactions to get her to a state where they can woohoo with one another. And I don't like that. I feel like that's me kind of changing things too much. So with this, rather than focusing on the ladies in the court, who she doesn't actually have, like she doesn't have romance with anyone, so it'd be very odd for her to try and kiss any of these ladies. But she does already have a romantic relationship with Bako, the father of her current child and the first male that she bred with. So we're gonna try and invite Bako over. He might be sleeping because it's like 6 a.m. If he is, we'll just teleport him. But I think we touched on this last time. I mean, he was the first person that she tangled in the sheets with, so to speak. So obviously... Oh, darn it. Are you serious? Can this? I don't think I can get rid of this. Darn it. Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, that's not fun. That's not fun. Because we have this going on, and I don't... We're gonna have to wait for that to finish before I can go ahead and get Bako over. Although, rather than waiting for this to finish, because it's gonna take like 22 hours, I could probably just call him over. If I'm persistent. If I am persistent... Wait, why is she outside? No. She might have been going over to the archery place. If we're persistent, he'll wake up eventually. We'll be able to get him. We don't need to teleport him. Bako, you are driving me crazy. You are driving me crazy, Bako. You could, if you were awake, Bako, if you were awake, you literally could have gotten a kiss from the queen. She was wanting to... Oh, the algae. Okay. This is what I see. We have algae in the pool. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, hopefully this gets cleaned eventually. And I'm wondering if the ladies should come in and help clean this. Maybe Akira and Anaya would have to step in for something like this. I could kind of see that. Maybe we'll try and get them to like clean a bit of algae. Like this is not something I've messed around with at all. And the reason why, if anything, I would have Akira and maybe Anaya do it is because they are the noble ladies of the court who have the lowest position. Like they're not counselors. So if there's any kind of a dirty work to be done in the castle, then I think the court would expect it of them to be the ones doing it. No one else would be expected to do this. It is just the noble ladies who are kind of, you know, at the bottom of the social ladder. So, okay, Akira is going to come through and she's going to try and clean this. And do we have to get into the pool to clean it, or is it clean? It was that quick? So we could have like swum around and tried to clean it, or we could have just thrown that in. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. And now we should be able to teleport over. What a hero. We should be able to teleport over Bako. So I am going to grab his backside. Where is he? We're going to grab him, get him out of bed. Thank you very much, Bako. Out of bed. The queen wishes to give you a kiss. Okay, let's summon him over. Bako, there we go, there we go. Let's see. Let's have a look. There we go. And I was saying before I got distracted by the algae that he is kind of her first romantic experience in any capacity, so I could see why when the queen is kind of in the mood for romance, she would seek him out. Like, her relationship hasn't developed enough with any of the other ladies for her to feel kind of the same level of attachment to them or attraction to them. And it seems as though she has become friends with Lady Billy. Okay, she's become friends with Lady Billy, guys. Oh, that is very interesting. That is very, very interesting. So Billy doesn't care about Akira making friends with Anaya and with Miko. No. Billy is focused on the one friend that matters to her, and that's the queen. Well, I mean, to each their own. Finally, the queen reached her third trimester, surrounded by her doting court ladies. They all got along on the surface, but she was unaware of the brewing trouble between some of them. And how could she when her attention was on Bako and the incoming baby? But for now, guys, I'm going to leave it off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.